Hey everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Tip. Today we're doing smash burgers, but we're not just doing regular smash burgers because that's not how I roll. We are going to do a Salisbury steak burger with a mushroom sauce. So let's just go ahead and get into it. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. We're going to start with 1 cup of chicken broth. Not chicken broth, this is beef broth. That would be weird to do chicken. So let's go ahead and get this on a hot burner because that's going to take the longest to do. Next, I'm going to go ahead and saute our mushrooms. And you know, when you're doing the smash burgers, you definitely want to do that last. They don't take very long. So let's go ahead and get our mushrooms going. And then next, we're going to go ahead and prep our burgers for the smash part of it. So let's go ahead and get that seasoned. So for smash burgers, everybody knows 80-20 is by far the best that you can use. And let's go ahead and do a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I do the Italian panko. I think it just adds a little extra flavor. I've got some finely diced onions that we're doing. And we're going to do about a teaspoon of garlic salt. About a teaspoon of Italian seasonings. I'm going to do about a tablespoon. Ooh, don't forget to mix your mustard, people. That was kind of gross. All right, I got a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, or you could use mustard powder. Got a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Got that. Salt and pepper to taste, as always. I do love smash burgers, but I do actually like kind of switching it up. Actually, I think next week we're going to try a pizza smash burger. So, and let's see what else we need. We need 1 egg. All right, so let's go ahead and give our smash burgers a good mix. We want to make sure that all of our seasonings are getting all the way mixed in on this one. And then we're just going to make this into 1/3 patties. I find works best. I did not bring 1/3 mixer out, but if you're looking to get a 1/3 patty, just use a 1/3 pound mixer. I'm pretty good about eyeballing these guys now, so. And then we're going to go ahead and check on our mushrooms and our sauce. See, our neighbor has provided us with some nice background music. Hopefully it's going to be in the 50s next week. We'll be moving back into the backyard again. All right. Got all our smash burger patties ready to go. And because I wasn't smart enough to bring out butter for our buns, I'm just going to go ahead and dip them in the mushroom butter. And these are just brioche buns that I'm using today. Actually, it's probably my favorite kind of buns to use for the smash burgers. All right. When in doubt, improvise, right? All right, we've got our mushrooms cooking up here. Great. I'm going to go ahead and give our broth. So this is 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 1 tablespoon of water. You want to go ahead and make sure you mix that. This is what's going to help thicken up our sauce for today. And I'm going to go ahead and slide our mushrooms in there. And just let that finish cooking while we go ahead and work on the rest of our burgers. Definitely should have probably cooked up a few extra mushrooms on that, but that's all right. And then let's give this a quick stir, because what we want to do is kind of bring this to a boil, and that way it's going to go ahead and thicken up this mushroom sauce for our burgers. Our buns are getting nicely toasted. Just go ahead and toast those right in the butter. I usually like to toast our buns ahead of time and then just stick them on the cooling rack. That way I don't have to worry that doing too many things at once. All right, there we go. And we're just gonna give this a minute, and what I'm gonna do is grab one of the domes to kind of help melt our cheese when we're on there. So let's give this a minute to go ahead and thicken up, and we'll be right back. All right, as promised, we are back. This did take about 3 minutes to go ahead and thicken up, but I am gonna go ahead and throw a little Worcestershire sauce in here, probably like about a teaspoon, and then just a little bit of garlic salt in here to kind of finish this up. All right, let's go ahead and get started on our burgers. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw just a little bit of oil down on for these burgers. All right, let's go ahead. Gotta make sure you have your smasher. I usually like to kind of do one smash and then come back for the second smash. You can already smell the difference with these being the Salisbury steak burgers. So, and if you don't want the smash burger police to call you out on your burgers, you have to really make sure that these guys are paper thin. All right, very good. Maybe a little too paper thin, but these will work perfect. All right, we've got these. We got our sauce. Let's go ahead. These are definitely a little thinner than I probably should have. So, you know what? We're just gonna retry that. We're gonna keep those burgers because we'll just put them in something else. So, I guess there is a thing of smashing them too much. And I'm guessing that maybe because we did the Salisbury steak option. So, if you don't succeed the first time, try again. So, all right. We're not going to do these as paper thin as what I would normally do a smash burger just because of everything else. But they still smell amazing. So let's go ahead, give these a second to cook, and then we're going to go ahead and flip them. Definitely don't think my grill is as hot as it normally is today. But they still smell super good. And then I do have some provolone cheese that I'm going to actually do with these guys. And I'm just going to kind of rewarm our buns real quick since they've been kind of sitting a little longer than I would like. I know some of you smash burger places will call me out. These aren't as thin as normal, but let's go ahead, throw a little sauce on these guys. And our mushroom sauce did thicken up. And that's what we were looking for. Ooh, super excited for these already. I'm gonna go ahead and cover these. A little bit of water with these will help melt that cheese. And then we'll be ready to see if we nailed it or failed it. All right, let's go ahead and grab our burgers. Grab this first one. And you know, even though things don't work out perfect every single time, doesn't mean you don't keep trying. So, all right, let's go ahead and give this burger a try. You know what? I really love the sauce with the mushrooms with this one. I'm gonna go with, we nailed it. Maybe not our first try, but keep trying. keep cooking. Have a great day. See you next time.